right, my friends, welcome to my humble little studio here in the Philippines. Whew. Oh, I did my meditation. It is July 23. I just made this structure of bamboo that I got from Pampanga, my parents' land in called Berlin Farms in Pampanga, for my birthday. And then I made it so I have my red ball in the middle, and to remember that everything will be coming when we sit still in our center. And this has been a, let's just say, a flipped inside out experience for me. I came to the Philippines with the idea that I'm going to represent being a global speaker and the reconnection to my roots. And in that, there was this huge upheaval. Everything I expected totally shifted. And I have been, I don't know if all of you have been, in this huge hermit, shedding, facing my shadows, facing all of the parts of myself that I couldn't believe I was upholding, and for someone else, for this external approval. And in that, I actually lost my red ball. Quite literally, it was left in my friend's house, and emotionally, because I felt like I was running this show and performing, but I felt so empty inside. It was because I didn't even know who I was, and I was not stopping to actually see where I have abandoned my red ball, and all my attention had been outward. So this huge rupture stopped me almost in a moment of like, whoa, everything fell apart. My expectations were not what I was seeing. My bank account was like diminishing. I was getting stressed. I was feeling anxious. Then I started to feel, who am I? But it was in this moment to pause. And my mentor, Mama Joy, always said, the power of the pause is where you are going to heal the most. And in the center of your red ball is 0 point. Is this point where all things come together and all things cancel each other out, where there's nothing. And I literally felt that. And in that nothingness, I had to reclaim my red ball again and hold myself again and feel whole again, because I was so externally based that I needed to come back and replenish myself. Whoo! I just came out of the portal. I'm still like this brand new plant, this brand new seedling, at least seeing daylight. The rain just stopped. It has been raining for days here, and this onpouring, and I felt like, you know what? There is no need to resist this. It's just to absorb it and to sit there and just be cleansed and washed. And all of my identities, my egos, my stories just started to fall apart while I just stayed there, centering myself, presencing myself, giving me myself that presence, and allowing myself to say, I am the gift in all my life. I allow myself to be all that I am, mind, body, and spirit. And I thank all of my spirit guides and my angels that have been calling me and saying, are you okay? You know, reflecting as they're going through their reflection. I had this amazing private session after I just cleared everything and I just let it go, and someone called me. So the magic is, this is where we become reflectors for each other. So what you've healed allows you to help others heal. So in all that clearing, it was incredible, because in this private session yesterday, everything that I can hear coming out of her, and she was in her restlessness, I was just able to be balanced and say, well, I see you here. Can you feel here? She's like, oh, right. Because I was healed, I had something to give. I had something to share. So in all of this, what we're doing right now is dropping the mask and returning to our essence. And our essence is our red ball, our home. In fact, even our crystal ball, the essence behind even that love, and it's just to be. So this mask has come from all of my workshops, and you can see we're always, you know, looking like something, but really all of this comes from because of all of the emotions that we face, from self-sabotage to self-doubt, imposter syndrome. And when we keep looking at these shadows, these are the hidden parts of ourselves, and we making that important instead of seeing through, and also seeing through, looking at ourselves, that break free is what we really need to show ourselves. Then we start looking in and we start seeing this internal safety of ourselves in ourselves. And we don't need to be chasing and running around and trying to find ourselves in other people, looking for partnerships and relationships to validate us, to say, hey, you're safe. So this is the part where you just surrender. You drop all of the stories, you let all the masks fall, you become bare, naked, vulnerable in all. And then in that silence, in that spirit of not knowing, out comes your red ball, the essence of you. So I leave this with all of you to really just keep your eye on your red ball, stay centered in your crystal ball, which is inside, where all stories and no stories exist, where you can just be in the 5D, where there are no barriers, no boundaries, and you just allow this incredible greatness of all that wants to come through you, eliminating that little self, that 3D little Diana who thinks that she's going to run around and figure out everything. But really, it's just like, let go, open your palm, and then let 5D reveal what you're here to grasp and hold on to and nurture and bring into reality. Thank you so much for being a gift, just your pure self, your red ball, your honest self, and allow that to just be all you need to be. Have a great day, everyone.